Manisha is here to tell us more about crude oil prices. Manisha.
Well, like all industrial commodities, we're looking at the crude oil prices as well, coming back a bit after 3% decline in the previous week. Well, there are 2 or 3 reasons why you have seen support come back in case of crude oil prices. One is that Israel really seems to be stepping up attacks on Iran-backed forces. Second is that the China stimulus is anticipated to support prices and demand, not immediately, but at least in the final quarter of this calendar year, we might see the impact of these stimulus start to show. That has been supportive as well. Third is the Hurricane Helen, which has forced 25% of output from Gulf of Mexico yet to be stalled again. That is adding premium to prices as well. And then the markets do believe that in the month of November, when the US Fed sits for another monetary policy, there is a 57% chance of a 50 basis point rate cut and 43% chance of a 25 basis point rate cut. So it really is a divided house, and 50% really seems to be aiding higher. The markets also keep an eye on Saudi Arabia, which is going to increase production by the end of this year. Remember, OPEC is also increasing production by 180,000 barrels per day from the month of December. So this increase in production, whether or not it coincides with better demand going forward, is something that's keeping the markets uncertain right now. And then it also has to do with the US presidential elections in the month of November. So there's a whole host of things that the final quarter of this year will bring about. In the meanwhile, for this week, it is going to be about the US Fed Chair Powell testimony in this week. You also have important data like inflation coming in from Eurozone, employment and retail sales from Japan as well. So there's going to be a lot of choppiness and reaction to these as well.
All right, Manisha, thank you so much for joining us with those important details on commodities. By the way, for the